Hey there, my favorite first graders. Today is Thursday, May the 6th. And guess what time it is? Science time! What do you think we're working on today in science? We will identify physical characteristics of different animals. Remember these yellow words? We've been talking about characteristics for a few days, like my headband. What are the characteristics of my headband today? What color is it? Pink. What does it have little polka dots of? White. And if you could touch it, you would know it is soft. We'll talk about more characteristics on animals today. How? We will use Pebble Go to illustrate and label physical characteristics of a polar animal. What's a polar animal? Look at my girl over here. There's a clue for you. She's throwing snow. Like at the North Pole or the South Pole? Do you know any polar animals that live there? You'll draw me one today. Why? We will understand how characteristics help animals survive. Say that last word, please. Survive. I don't know if I could survive at the North Pole or the South Pole. It would be so cold. But those animals that live there, they have special things to help them survive there. Let's go to Pebble Go and see those animals and learn those body parts because we've got to put them in our journal a little later. Here we go, Pebble Go.
Animal habitats.
Polar. Say that with me, please. Polar. Let's go learn about polar animals.
Polar animals live near the North Pole or the South Pole. These areas are very cold and windy. Polar animals live with snow and ice all around.
Take a look at that habitat. Snow and ice everywhere you look. Would you like to live in the North Pole or the South Pole? Yes or no? Show me, do you remember those directions? Which way is north? Ding, ding, ding. And which way is south? Ding, 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 ding. Remember? Never eat soggy waffles. Good job. We got the North Pole and the South Pole. Ice and snow all around. Very, very, what's the temperature? Cold. And lots of what blowing? Wind. Do you think you could survive there?
Polar animals have bodies that help them stay warm. Sea lions and whales have blubber. This layer of fat protects them from icy water.
Look at that funny word in red. Say it with me, please. Blubber. Do you have blubber?
Blubber, the fat under the skin of a whale or seal.
Now, we might have some fat on our bodies, but this is a little bit different kind of fat. Say it one more time. Blubber. And it tells you that whales and seals have blubber. It's fat under the skin. So it's kind of like we wear clothes to help keep us warm. They don't have clothes, but they have that special layer of blubber fat under their skin. It's like they're wearing a big winter coat that keeps them extra warm. It protects them from icy water. Do you think your body could survive in that icy water? Yes or no? We would freeze to death. The seals, they have to be in that water all their lives. So they have that special blubber under their skin, fat layer, that keeps them extra warm. If you choose to draw a sea lion or a whale, you'll label their blubber today, that extra fat. What else do these polar animals have?
Polar animals have thick fur to keep them warm.
Fur.
Arctic foxes and Arctic wolves have white fur to help them hide in the snow.
Here's two characteristics about the thick fur. Say those words with me, please. Thick, like fourth, thick fur. Do you have thick fur? No. We have some hair on our arms, but it's not very thick. Look at this Arctic fox's fur. Oh, that fluffy tail looks like it is thick and full and soft. That helps to protect his body because he doesn't have the blubber like the whale and the sea lion. This fox and the Arctic wolves have that white fur that keeps their body very warm and soft, and it helps them to hide in the snow. It's very hard to see him camouflaged in that white snow with his white fur. If you choose to draw an Arctic fox or an Arctic wolf, you'll need to label their white fur and their camouflage today. What other animals do you know with white fur? We'll see that guy soon. Here we go. Next slide. There it is, the polar bear. He has that white fur and he has some blubber. Let's learn more about, oh no, what is he doing here?
Animal habitats.
A polar bear's clear fur helps the animal blend in with the snow. Polar bears sneak up on seals or other animals.
Oh, the polar bear used his characteristic of his white fur to sneak up on that sweet little sea lion. Oh. And now he ate him, part of the food chain. Even the little baby is eating the sea lion. They have to get their food somewhere. Their white fur helped them to be sneaky. You can add the white fur, hiding, sneaky, hunting, if your polar animal has a white fur too. One more slide. Oh, look at that guy. You could show me a penguin today.
Penguins have large feet.
Look at him.
Their claws help them walk on slippery ice. Their webbed feet help them swim and catch fish.
They've got some special feet. Let's zoom in and look at those feet. Whoa! It says they are large, they're wide, and they're webbed. Look at your hand. Look at my hand. We don't have those webs. They have skin up here in between those fingers to help act like a paddle, like a fin. So that helps him to swim. But what's on the end of those claws? Ah! What do you think he uses those for? Hunting, catching fish. He has some other things on his body. They told us about large feet, claws to help them walk on slippery ice, to catch fish, webbed feet to swim and to catch fish. Do you think these things on his head help him for anything? I think they're just fun decoration. What about the beak? What could he do with that beak? What about these things? Can he fly? No, but for swimming, he can use those as well. Now, we've gone through all of our animals. Let's look at them one more time. Who do we have here? This is a sea lion. You could show me a sea lion or a whale. Next, we have, what's that called? Arctic fox. Or you could do me an Arctic wolf. Here's that polar bear. You could draw me a polar bear or a cute penguin. Let's look at our video and then go review vocabulary. Oh. Why do you think the mom or dad penguin are doing that to the babies? They're using their white fluffy feathers right here to do what? To keep the babies warm. Good job. That's a characteristic that helps protect their babies. Those soft white feathers in their belly. Now we've reviewed all of our facts. We've seen our video.
Animals.
Let's head to vocabulary before we grab our journals. Repeat the first word with me, please. Living. You will show me a living polar animal today. And their characteristics. You'll label them like the characteristics here on this dog. Next word is diet. The koala has a diet of leaves. You can show me what your animal's diet is in the North Pole or South Pole today. And last word is survive. These animals have to have those characteristics or they could not survive. We cannot survive in that icy water. They have special things to help them stay alive. Now, we have already done this assignment before with a desert animal. Remember? Here was our elf owl from the desert. You did it with me last week. Done and done. We showed he lives in a cactus. He builds his nest there. He has those special eyes in the night for hunting, the feathers for flying, the wings for flying, and the talons for hunting. We have his name and we have the date. You'll do the same activity today, but no more desert animal. Today, we're focused on what kind of animals? Polar animal. Say that with me one more time. Polar animal. Nice job. Go you, go you, go you, because it is your turn to illustrate or draw a polar animal. Then you have to label at least 3 physical characteristics on your animal. Here on the owl, we had 5 labels of characteristics. You have to give me at least how many? 3 characteristics. You're not drawing the owl again. Now we're going to a polar animal. Will you pretty please grab your journal and let's get it started. Show me that pencil. Show me a new clean page in your journal. And finally, we gotta have crayons to show the camouflage fur and the special features. When you have your new page open and ready, we always begin with the date. 5 for May, 6 for today, 2021 for the year. Save your spot here for your illustration of your animal and all of your labels. We are in a polar animal. Remember, not the desert. We have our page, we have our date, but what were those polar animals? Let's go review. Dun, 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 dun. Here in your slide, you have their pictures to remember. Are you showing me a sea lion, Arctic fox, polar bear, penguin? I've added the labels here in yellow so you can label correctly your animal. It's time for you to make a decision. Here in your journal, you are drawing. Step 1. When you come to your slide and look at your options, zoom in on what you choose today and then draw those details. I want to see in your illustration, what does the animal have on their body? What are the colors? What do they have? What do they use? Why do they need these things? I want lots and lots of details and lots of color in your picture. Once you have a great illustration with your color, it's label time. And you have to have at least 3 labels, 3 physical characteristics, just like we did with the owl. Arrows, words, details and colors. When your journal of your polar animal today looks like it did with the owl, date, animal name, picture with color, at least 3 characteristic labels, go you, it's photo time. When you are proud of your work, you've checked it, you have everything you need, send me a picture so I can see your polar animal. Go you, go you. I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow for some more animals. Adios.